So coming to another important topic from curvature, evolutes and all that. There's one more thing which is very much important for the exam, that is envelope. I suggest students to refer to the basic definition of an envelope as well, because definition can also be asked for 2 months. Okay. What's an envelope? Just remember the basic meaning of an envelope. Envelope is something that in which we put our letters or something, or it encloses something or puts something confidential kind. Okay, it encloses something. Remember that line. Now, a curve which touches every family of a given family of curves is called as an envelope of that family. That's how we define. Okay. Now, if I take x square plus y square is equal to r square or c square kind, where r is my parameter, I change different radius. For radius 1, I have one circle. For radius 2, I have a circle, another circle. 3, I have another circle. I mean, in other words, I have concentric circles for different values of r. Okay. This would be called family of circles or family of curves with different values of the parameter. We get the same shape. The curve shape would be same, but big or small in size. Best example and easiest example would be concentric circles, the different radiuses. Okay. Now, how do I find an envelope? Actually, in engineering problems, we come across envelopes for a single parameter family of curves and for a two parameter family of curves. Now, here I'm talking about single parameter family of curves. Procedure is very simple, but when we are doing a problem, things may not be so easy because you need to simplify things to get something sensible. Okay. If the curve equation is like f of x comma y comma alpha is equal to 0, by changing alpha, I get different curves. Okay, that's how it forms a family, right? I have to eliminate alpha to get the envelope. That's the procedure actually, for which I'll be differentiating with respect to alpha. Okay. And then using the curve equation and the first derivative with respect to alpha equation, I'll be eliminating alpha. The resultant curve equation would be envelope. That's one way, guys, for a single parameter. Here I should write single parameter. Parameter is one parameter family of curves, we will call them. Okay. Now, another way, something like a shortcut is that if you have a quadratic equation in the parameter alpha, then discriminant would be 0. If I write, that would be my envelope. It's a shortcut, guys. But then getting a curve which is quadratic in the parameter alpha, of course, that probably consumes a bit time, little time. Okay. Right. Let me show you one example. Maybe for the second case, if I do, then things will be, remaining things will follow. Okay. Because the first case is just differentiating. Okay. Suppose if I have to find envelope, okay, that's the question basically for all the things that I'll be doing now. Y is equal to x minus alpha whole square. Okay. Alpha is a parameter, as I have said. Alpha is a parameter. Okay. Yeah. Now, if I can find a quadratic equation in alpha, then my job is done. Okay, let me expand first. X squared plus alpha squared minus 2 alpha x would be my equation. Rewrite it to be as if it looks quadratic. Alpha squared. What's the alpha term? That would be minus 2x into alpha. The remaining things fall into C. What would be those? X squared is always already there on the right. The y which is on the left is brought to right, so it comes with a negative sign, and this would be 0. So I can clearly observe that this is my C, this is my capital B, and then my A would be 1, guys. There's nothing in the place of A, but alpha square term is there. So my A would be 1. So what would be the envelope for this family of curves is? Envelope would be just B square minus 4AC is equal to 0. Okay. What is B? Minus 2x whole square. Minus 4 into A is 1. C is x square minus y is equal to 0. Okay, so I'll just finish off simplifying. 4x squared minus of minus is plus. 4x squared, okay, minus, no, yeah, minus of 4x squared, minus of minus is plus 4y, y is equal to 0. Okay, so plus 4x squared and minus 4x squared goes off. I'll be left with 4y is equal to 0 or y is equal to 0. What does this imply? Y is equal to 0 means nothing but your x-axis. Please do remember, x-axis would be an envelope to the given family of curves. Would be envelope. Okay, would be the envelope. X-axis would be envelope. Why? Because y is equal to 0. Let's see one more problem, guys. One more problem so that you are clear with whatever I'm talking about. Okay, 2. What's that family of straight lines is what I have. The equation is a square m square plus b square. Okay, here I should clearly write there is an a, there's a b, there's an m. So what's the parameter? In the problem it should be clearly given, otherwise it's an incomplete problem. M is the parameter, guys. M is the parameter, right? Now, is it quadratic? No. So probably I can make it quadratic because I can see an m square term. But m square term is under root. So to remove the root, I have to square it. But not directly. I will rearrange and why? Because if root has to completely go, that means what? A plus b, if this is a plus b whole squared, in the whole squared, a plus b whole squared term, 2ab will have the root again. So to eliminate the 2ab term, I'll be taking, root in the 2ab term. I'll be rearranging it like a square m square plus b square. Okay. Now you will be squaring on both sides. S dot b dot s is nothing but squaring on both sides. So y minus mx whole square. This is equal to a square m square plus b square. Once you square it, the whole square root goes off. Okay, on the right. I'll be expanding the left using a minus b whole square. M square x square, a minus b, right? So 2a minus 2ab, right? 2x, y and m. Of course, I'll bring the LHS terms also to right hand side. Right hand side terms also to left hand side. Okay, so they come with a minus sign. Now I'll accumulate all the m square terms, the m terms and the constant term. Okay, so m square would have what? X square is there here, right? And then what else is there? Minus a squared is there, right? Next, what are the m terms? Only one m term is there, which is minus 2xy. Minus, the sign is also important because the equation is a alpha square plus b alpha plus c. Okay, so minus sign is also important. All in the equation, all the terms are plus, right? What are the constant terms? What comes under the constant terms are y square minus b square is equal to 0. Okay. So what is my a? My a is this, and then this is my b, and then this whole term is my c. In the place of the constant c, I have this. Okay. So b squared minus 4ac would be what? B squared is what? Like the previous problem, it is 4x squared y squared. Okay. Yeah, minus 2xy it is, right? Next, b square minus 4ac. 4 into x square minus a square is one term. Y square minus b square is the c part. Okay, you can just rearrange this because the discriminant is equal to 0 is the envelope, right? Is equal to 0 is the envelope. Okay, so you can just rearrange. First thing that I'll remove is 4 from both the terms. X square minus a square, y square minus b square is equal to 0 is what I'll have, right? Next thing is I can further simplify. I can further take out if there is anything common, or I can just cancel out by expanding x squared y squared minus. I'll be expanding the second part. I'll be having minus x squared y squared, right? Minus of minus is plus a square y square. Okay, yeah. Next, with the b square, I'll be having plus x square b square. Okay, and then minus a square b square is equal to 0 is what I will have, right? Anything gets cancelled off, these two get cancelled off, and I'll be left with what? A square y square plus x square b square is equal to a square b square. Divide the equation throughout by a square b square. See what happens? A square y square by a square b square plus x square b square by a square b square is equal to 1. See, this can be left, even this can be left, but this also can be left. But then if you can further simplify, it will be good for the exam, guys. Otherwise, that's the answer actually. Okay, b square gets cancelled off. If I rewrite it in a proper format, it is x square a square by y square b square is equal to 1 which is nothing but an ellipse. Okay. So, ellipse. For the family of straight lines, ellipses are the envelopes. I can just write a sensible answer. For family of straight lines, family ellipses form an envelope. Ellipses are, you can say, form or are an envelope. Ellipse is an envelope or ellipses are envelope. Okay, I think I am clear with what I'm saying. Okay. Yes.